All right, going live. Well, good evening, everyone. Happy Friday Eve. This is your girl, Robbin, for another episode of the Mamapreneur Podcast, episode number 48. Tonight is going to be such an amazing treat. I am excited for my ladies who I'm going to be interviewing tonight. And so can't wait for you guys to hear all about their stories, their journeys, and why they do what they do. And so, yes, so before I get to my guest, I always put the audience to work before we go any further. So tonight's no different. So do me a favor, audience. You're going to go ahead and share the live broadcast. If you're watching on Facebook, if you're watching on YouTube, share it. You can still share it. And I'm going to do some drawings at the end of the show. And you must type hashtag Mamapreneur in the comments. So in order to get entered. So I'll know who shared. So you must share first, okay? All righty. Also, I like to know where everyone is tuning in from because this show used to be a Dallas show. Not anymore. So type in the comments. Where are you tuning in from? I would love to know. We getting around. I'm getting people being referred to me from like out of state, like somebody from Jersey. I was like, baby, how you find me? But she found me, and that's okay. We'll take that. So, so tell us where you're tuning in from. I would love to know. And if you are agreeing with something that we're saying, you feeling something we're talking about, if you have a question for any of my guests tonight, please make sure you type in the comments. This is such an engaging podcast. I know you would love to hear Lisa Beeman Rome talk about her nonprofit all night, but we want you to talk in the comments and ask her questions too, child. How can you donate to her organization? I'm just using Lisa as an example because we're going to be talking about that in a minute. Okay, so if you have a question, comment, whatever, you high five, child, just type it in the comments. All right. So tonight's episode is very special. My first set of guests are truly thebomb.com. So I did a call out some months back about calling all D9. And if you guys don't know what D9 is, that is the Divine Nine. That is what is included in our sorority, which is Sigma Gamma Rho Sorority Incorporated, aka Delta, and so on and so forth. And so my ladies answered the call, and so we'll get to talk about our lovely organization and what they do shortly. So while you guys are sharing the live and everything, before I get to my ladies, got a few announcements before we go any further. So first and foremost, have you been to the Mamapreneur Podcast website lately? You should. Have you purchased your merch? What's in your cup? Don't ask me what's in mine. Okay. Get your mug today. If you are interested in a mug, please shoot me a DM. These are limited editions, so shoot me a DM. A fabulous soror did this mug for me. Miss Michelle Leonard, who is my buddy, my girl. So she did these fabulous mugs. And so the sorors supporting sorors. I love it. So if you're interested in the mug, interested in the shirt, please let me know. Or head over to the Mamapreneur Podcast website. Get you a shirt or 3. Okay. All righty. Okay. Also, have you subscribed to the Mamapreneur Podcast YouTube channel? Here's your sign. Head over to the Mamapreneur Podcast YouTube channel and subscribe today. Don't y'all love my imaginary microphone? Is this thing on? All right. So Also, if you are a female entrepreneur out there and you're looking for some community that is filled with other female entrepreneurs, join the Mamapreneur Tribe. It is a community I created January of last year. It has been amazing to see the growth. We're doing activities. I'm actually doing a brunch with my group coming up. It's a great way for us to kind of get together and network. That's how this community, this show started, from networking and collaborating with others. And so I started the tribe just for that reason. So if you are interested in joining the Mamapreneur Tribe, please let me know. It is for female entrepreneurs only. Fellas, I know y'all just dying to hop in. I know, but the Mamapreneur Tribe is for the ladies. Speaking of fellas, I am doing an episode for male entrepreneurs only later in the year. So if you are a male entrepreneur and you want more spotlight and exposure for your business, please reach out to me via the Mamapreneur Podcast, Facebook, IG, Power Team. You can reach out to them directly and they will send me that info. But this is for male entrepreneurs. Hold on, let me get my fake microphone real quick. This is your sign. If you want more exposure for your business, male entrepreneurs, dudepreneurs, popspreneurs, holla at your girl. All right. Also, now booking for the remainder of 2023. If you guys, if you haven't been asleep under a rock, this year has gone by so fast that it is almost July is next week. So we are currently booking for the remainder of 2023 into early 2024. Spots do fill up fast. That goes for male and female entrepreneurs as well. So if you're wanting more exposure for your business, shoot an email. She just popped it on the screen over to me, or DM me directly on Facebook, IG. Child, we on all the pages. TikTok, we everywhere. We outside, really.
I want to know.
Outside. What else? Before I get to y'all, I like to go over my spiel. Oh, child, almost forgot. I am speaking at an event this Saturday. It's a little bit of a drive for some of my DFW people, but if you're in the DFW area, get in your car, gas up your car, come see your girls speak at the Oh Yes I Can conference. I'm very honored to be asked to speak at this conference. And so today is the last day to get tickets. Kesha will post the link shortly for you guys to get your tickets to come and support your girl and to come and network and collaborate with other women business owners. That's where it starts. It's all about being in the room. If you're not in the room, you ain't gonna meet nobody, child. They ain't gonna come knock on your door talking about collaboration. No, they ain't gonna do that. So website will be coming soon. Kesha will post it, but today is the last day to get tickets for the Oh Yes I Can conference. I hope to see you there. And I'm going to be selling some merch and everything. So come get your merch. Okay. Come get your merch. All right. Lastly, before I get to my ladies, I am also Mamapreneur Enterprises, is hosting a webinar on next week on the 28th of June. Please shoot me an email if you're interested in attending so I can provide more info. It is next week on the 28th at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. And so it's going to be a cool workshop. I'm going to be doing monthly workshops on different subjects in regards to entrepreneurship. You don't want to miss out. Someone taught me, and it's time to spread that love to others. Okay.
All right.
All right. Lastly, I would like to have a quick discussion topic before I get to my ladies. This is going to be short and sweet. Now, as entrepreneurs, we are out here hustling and bustling and promoting and branding and all the things, especially in this social media streets. And you guys, we have you guys that are in the audience. You're watching. So I like to call this segment, Don't Be Peeking and Not Speaking. Sorry, Melanie, to make you crack up. But
I was not ready.
But that's what this is called. So don't be peeking and not speaking. Guys, if you see somebody promoting their brand, their products, it costs you nothing to share. Just saying. If you're not going to purchase, if it's something that does not have of interest to you, share it, because somebody that's on your friends list may need the person's services.
Yeah.
Write a review. Nice comment about the person and their business. A lot of people buy into your brand before they buy into you. So you just never know whose post may bless the other person. So share. It's okay. And I'm going to end it at don't be not speaking. My sister, make y'all laugh. So my sister got that from someone's live. I said, I need to get that trademarked and put on a shirt. Anyway, all right. Ain't got no sense. I'm here all night. So as I said earlier, tonight's first segment of the show is all about my Divine Nine sisters.
I'm not.
You're not ready. It's my Nine sisters. So first, I have the amazing Lisa Beam and Rome, my sister, soror. We on committees together, all the things, representing ZDS the best, Arlington, Texas. The amazing Lisa Beam and Rome, Replenish School Supplies. Hello, beautiful.
Thank you for having me. Good evening, everybody. I hope everybody can hear me. Thank you.
So tell everybody about the amazing thing that you're doing with Replenish School Supplies. Let's go.
Okay, I'll just give a little bit of a brief background. Started Replenish School Supplies in 2018. So this is its 5th year anniversary. That occurred actually back in, June. So it's almost over. June the 3rd was the 5th year anniversary. And I started it, the why. Well, we know teachers go into their pockets all the time, trying to help students replenish those school supplies that sometimes parents and whoever guardians just, can't seem to come up with. So that gap is there. And I know teachers, unfortunately, they just, don't make as much as they should. They just don't get their reward. And I worked in the school district for a while on the administrative side. So a lot of these teachers, they are my friends. And so I saw them struggling. So when I left the school district, I thought, okay, there's a need there. I have got to find a way to be able to help offset the cost of these supplies and do something about this. So that's how the idea, the why, was birthed in my mind to say, okay, let's do this. And so I wanted to start small. I started in the area in which I live. Frisco ISD was my first district. Mm-hmm. I have districts now in Tarrant, Collin, Denton, Grayson. I'm all over the Metroplex with the school districts that I work with. Community partners. I work with restaurants. I work with churches. I am a totally donation-based organization. I don't deal with any type of funds, no type of money. Everything that I take in is all strictly donation-based. I'm a 501c3 private charity here in Texas, obviously, but it has grown, and I just do it. My family, sometimes they'll step in and help me, but basically I'm the one-stop shop. So I go pick up the donations and I take them wherever they need to be. The organization that I work with the school districts, but I also do help individual families. So like my requests are coming in now where families, Dallas is the Metroplex is a transient area. Our population, people keep moving here. So I'm getting requests now where people are like, hey, I just moved here. I don't really have the funds to buy the school supplies. So can you help me? So I do help individual families cover their school supplies as well. So not just the teachers, but individual families as well.
So you say you just take supplies. I want to clarify that. I want to make sure.
It's school supplies. Like sometimes people will ask me, can you buy a coat for my child or shoes? Or I don't, it's strictly what they need in the classroom. So pencils, pens, paper, whatever they need for science fair. But yes, it's for school supplies only. People do, like I said, try to ask me like about coats and shoes and clothes, I don't do anything as far as that goes.
Okay. I love what you're doing. I think that is just amazing.
Thank you.
What you're doing and your heart for it. You can really see your heart, your passion for it.
Thank
So
you.
I love every bit about that. So is there a particular list that you have? Like, is there certain things you need more than others?
It
Or
just depends. And the way that I get that is each school district, each donation is based off of, I have an administrator or administrators that I work with in the districts. They in turn go back to the teachers and they let me know on a monthly basis what they need. And we have a setup. Like I said, I've been doing this for 5 years now. So it pretty much rolls. Like they'll tell me, I'll pick on Plano, for example, because I just saw them a couple of days ago. Plano actually, and each district is different. Plano ISD actually has what is called the core store. They actually literally have a storefront in Plano. It's
wow.
big. And I talked to the administrator. Her name is Brittany. She in turn goes back and she will say, hey, okay, what do you need this month? They get the list back to me, and we generally call it the top 5 or 6 because we know it's a lot of supplies. But we usually stop at 5 or 6. In Plano, I actually go to church in Plano, so my church is involved. So again, each city, each district is different in the way that I get the supplies. But my church, every month on the second Sunday, we have what's called Love Truck Sunday. And this kind of ties in, I think one of our audience members just asked about a church.
Our churches can partner.
Yes. Well, my church actually in Plano partners sometimes alone in the month, like this month. And I don't stop. I'm 12 months a year. I don't just do this in August when school starts or July. I'm out here 12 months a year doing this. The other day, my church, I had to pick up for the month of June. I had 40 boxes of school supplies.
I bet.
And I took all of that over to the core store in Plano. So I have to say this because I want to do this. Right before we came on the air, I just got an email from Plano ISD. Replenish school supplies along with Capital One Bank and Medical City Plano. I'm partnered with those two. Those are pretty heavy hitters because I'm pretty small in the scheme of things. I'm with those two heavy hitters with Plano ISD as their major partner, as a major partner now.
Yes, I love it.
I really just found that like an hour ago.
Before I came on. But so, yeah, I mean, but that's just Plano. It depends on the school district. So Prosper ISD, the way that I partner with them, I'm listed in their community pages. And so that's another, the way that I collect for Prosper is different. The way that I collect for Grayson County and that's different. So it just depends on the school district. Everybody's set up differently, but how I find out the information depends on how the school district and I work together.
That is amazing. God bless you. So
Thank you.
let everyone know how. So if they want to donate, partner,
okay,
let everybody know how you can be reached.
The best way to reach me, the two best ways, you can definitely call me on my cell phone, 214-715-7010, or you can shoot an email to www.replenishschoolsupplies. What did I just say? I can't even think of my
www. We got it. We got the gist.
It's gmail.com. And I'm here to help you in any way that I can. Again, I do help individual families as well. So if you are in your family, and I don't have any qualifiers, you don't have to be at a certain income level. You don't have to live in a certain neighborhood. You don't have to live in a certain house, or I will help anybody. If you need help, you let me know and I'll help you.
Yes, you will. Thank you so much, Lisa. I love you.
Thank you.
Love Lisa. This is one of those moments I kind of wish we was in person where I could just hug you, child. Air hug, child. I'll see you at some point.
I know. Yeah, right. We will.
So from one soror to the next. So this soror, if you are in the Divine Nine, you probably recognize her because she's so popular. She's at everybody's conference. Everyone's boule. She is my sister from another chapter. So Melody Power of Diva Star. You got to work, Diva Star.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Happy Friday Eve.
Yes.
So
Glad to be here. Thanks for inviting me, sis. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. So tell everybody the journey, the story. Diva Star, hey, I want to start selling paraphernalia. Your why. Go.
Hey, Martina. So my why was I had a baby, right? So I have the 2 older children. Then I had a little girl. And I'm like, I don't really want to go back to work because by the time I go back to work, make this money, I'm going to have to give it all to daycare. So I was like, what can I do? So then at the same time, I joined the sorority and I was just like, I just didn't see what I wanted to see. Mm-hmm. So because I didn't see what I wanted to see, I went ahead and seen it. I made it for myself. Mm-hmm. So that's where Diva Star comes from. I actually couldn't see what I wanted to see as far as accessories. You always get a t-shirt. You can always get a t-shirt. But it was something about accessories because for me, I'm a real, like, that's where the name Diva come from. Diva Star Boutique is because I'm a real diva girl. Like, I love everything, clothing, handbags, shoes, and accessories. Mm-hmm. All of that is my best friend. So I was like, I can't see these accessories that I want to see for the sororities. So let me go ahead and make it for myself. And so that's basically where it started at. And it's amazing to me because I think about where I started from. And it's very humbling because I remember when I first started in 2011, I was like, oh, how am I going to do this? I didn't know where to start, where to go. At that time, there was nobody to direct me. Mm-hmm. So I basically started just selling blue and gold jewelry, and that's it. And so then finally, I was like, okay, I found somebody. Let me try one thing. So I tried the pen. One pen, Sigma Gamma Rho. I'll never forget it. It was a Sigma pen with the big Sigma, and then I added the girls rubies. And so that one pen literally grew into what I'm doing now. Yeah. And I'm very humbled and blessed that, God has allowed me to make the things that I make and bring the things to the table that, we just don't see. And so, that's where it came from. Really.
How long has Diva Star been open?
Well, I've been open for 11 years now.
11 years. That's 11 amazing.
Years. Yes. So this year it'll be 12. In November is my anniversary month. So in November it'll be 12 years.
And she got some amazing stuff. She got all sororities, and she got it all. So I just love what you're doing. And then you get to see her, at the different conferences and things like that. And I like that you're doing great things. And what's next? What's next for Diva Star? Because you do it all already. So what's next?
So what my dream is. And since I'm on this podcast, I'm going to go ahead and throw it into the atmosphere, as the people say.
Let's do it.
So I'm in the process of creating a crowdfunding campaign for Diva Star because my goal that's in my mind and what God has put in my heart is going to be next level. And I know that I'm going to need some help to pull it to fruition. So my next level goal is to really focus on the custom, just to let people know, hey, I do sororities and fraternities, but I can do anything. So if you have your own business, I can help you brand your business. That's what my new line is, to help people create their business brand. So that's what my goal is. And then also to create my own clothing line and jewelry line. So I've already started designing just regular non-sorority based jewelry.
Okay.
So I just really want to expand on that a lot and then add some clothing. I already designed my first clothing piece that I love so dearly. So that is what the next level of Diva Star is. It's just really branding out of, you know how the world likes to put you in this little box, because I started in the sorority arena and the fraternity arena. That's where people want to keep me. But, God has given me so many dreams and things and aspirations that is so much bigger than that area that I'm in right now. So that's what the next Diva Star is focusing in on a custom. Y'all, so if y'all watching this today and y'all need some custom t-shirts for your business, even if you're not in a sorority and fraternity, I still can help you. I can help you brand anything. I can do. And so, just so y'all know, go ahead. I'm sorry, sis.
No, go ahead.
So I was about to tell you, I have a store in Plano, Texas, for all my Dallas people. I am in Plano. Okay. And so my address for Plano is 860 F Avenue, Suite 104, Diva Star Boutique in Plano. So come by the store and see me because I also sell non-sorority stuff in the store as well.
So for this line, what would you call it? What would you brand that as?
I'm gonna call it the Diva Collection.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
Come on.
Yes.
I'm excited. She got everything,
Yes.
There's so many different what do you call you guys? I don't want to certified. What are you guys known as? The certified
vendors. Licensed vendors.
Thank you. I didn't know what to call that.
Yeah, that's okay.
There's so many different people that do what she does, but she stands out because of her pieces, things that she has. Because everybody don't have the same stuff. Yeah, you'll see stuff with everybody letters on them, but I like your stuff. And then she got stuff with bling on it. So anybody that know me personally, know that I like a little bling. And you got stuff with bling. We walked into her shop, myself, Lisa, and our anti-bacillus walked into her store to get some stuff and had to practice self-control. Lisa was already shopping. I said, okay, I had to focus because I would have been, we had a goal in mind. And I said, let me quit looking at stuff. Let me focus because you got so much good stuff, girl. It's easy to get distracted.
Listen, I tell people my slogan for Diva Star is if it don't shine, it ain't mine.
Amen to that.
That's what it is.
So for your non-sorority, non-Greek line, so will you have just like, would it just be shirts? Would it be kind of what would that?
Girl, no, I want to do bags. I want to do purses because I'm a purse freak.
Yes,
I want to do clothing, accessories because I love everything that shines. So
I like your necklace now, child. That's nice.
So I like all of that. So it's going to be a little bit of everything. That's why I'm doing this crowdfunding campaign because I know at the end of the day, baby, my dreams are big. And sometimes, no matter how hard we out here working in these streets, sometimes it's just not enough. So, I look at it like, first I didn't want to do it because I was like, what if people don't want to, donate to the campaign? But I'm like, you know what? I'm going to throw it into the atmosphere. Either you're going to do it or you're not. And at least I can say that I did it.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to let fear stop me from doing it because I'm worried about whether people are going to, buy into the campaign or not. So I'm going to do it either or.
That part. So here's the thing. With you already have a following. So people are going to buy into your brand because it's you. So you're going to do just fine, child. I can't wait for it to come out so I can go get my pieces, my purse, my bling, all the things. Let me put something else in your radar. Let me tell you what we need. We need a box.
Well, I have
a
one.
box for like the month. I don't know if that's too much.
No, I do it. I do a monthly.
You do a monthly subscription
for Sigma Gamma Rho, yes, because all of the other sororities are not allowing us to do boxes. But I've been doing a Diva Club for 4 years.
Yeah, I knew you can use. I did not know that. That's why I was like, we need a box.
I've been doing
to go shopping.
Yeah, I just started it back. And so I opens and closes at the beginning and the end of each month for the next month because I don't want to oversaturate. I don't want to over order because I'm good for that.
Okay.
So, yeah,
Tell the people about that. Tell the people in the back.
So basically what I do is every month I create a club and I usually it's $75 before shipping and tax. And basically I create, so they're all new items being created by me every month. It goes in your box. The box is a beautiful box that you can put all of your Diva Star inspired things in there that you already have purchased, and I'm going to just say this because I have to say this to the people who follow me. My customers, I adore you all. And I want you all to know that I appreciate y'all constantly coming. Because let me tell you something, Lisa is always one of my biggest supporters. And I appreciate her. And I just can't sit on here without telling her how much I really appreciate her. She is there and she's on there. So I'm grateful, but I'm grateful to all my customers because it don't matter if you're a Sigma Gamma Rho, if you're a Delta, if you're an AK, if you're a Zeta. I love my customers and they love me. So I just want y'all to know publicly how much I love and appreciate y'all.
Yeah, we love you, girl. You so lovable. We love you too, girl. So tell everybody how they can follow you, where your story is one more time. I know you said it, say it again. How they can.
All right, so you can follow me on www.divastar.com. That's with 2 R's. And then today, until the end of the week, I have a 25% off coupon. So what has happened is my son has created me a brand new website that I'm very excited about. It's amazing. Thank you, sis. Amazing new website. So in order to celebrate the new website, we offer a 25% off coupon code. The code is new, N-E-W, Diva, D-I-V-A 25, and you get 25% off. And so we have it separated by orgs, and then we have a like a boutique item where I sell like all my clothing and non-sorority jewelry and all of that stuff that I design. So, and then you can find me on Facebook under Keep Your Eyes on the Diva for Facebook. And then for TikTok and Instagram, it's Official Diva Star.
I love it. Well, Lisa and Melody, thank you all so much for coming on tonight. My D9 sisters, I love y'all.
Thank you
so much. Much continued success.
Thank you.
And I see you guys. I see y'all around.
Oh yeah.
Thank you so much. Did you guys enjoy that? The D9 segment with my sorors. I got some talented sorors out here doing some great things. If you are part of the D9 family and you want to get some more exposure for your business, you better holler at your girl. You better let me know. Let me know. So I got 2 more fabulous guests coming on tonight. We did it a while back, and I wanted to do it again. And I like to call it the Coach's Corner. I'm a coach, and these 2 ladies are coaches as well. So as they come on, make sure you guys are sharing the live broadcast in order to get entered into tonight's drawing. And so I'll be doing the drawing shortly after. So I would like to introduce to you guys my coaches for Coach's Corner. First and foremost, the amazing Ty Threats of Write the Vision Consulting Group. And the beautiful Amina Rashid, business and credit coach, out here doing big things, major things. Yes. We got lots of talent out here in these streets. We got West Coast, and we got DFW in the house. So it's going to be a great show, great time. So before I get into some discussion questions, Ty, go ahead and tell everybody about you and Write the Vision.
Awesome. So I'm Ty Threets, because if my husband is watching, he would probably feel some type of way about me not correcting our last name.
Sorry, husband.
Yes. So I am Ty Threets, and I have Write the Vision Consulting Group. And tell you a little bit about it. I'll just share kind of my why, or how we got to that point. Is I kind of grew up in corporate, or I grew up in corporate since the age of 17. So I was pretty much birthed there, and just kind of progressed my way through the ranks. And even though I've always had like an entrepreneurial spirit, and what I mean by that is I am definitely a risk taker, a thinker, and I am very creative with how I think outside of the box on things. And so I always knew that at some point I wanted to be a consulting, but I just went ahead and took my tour of duty, climbing the ranks in corporate and finishing my education. As I worked for Fortune 500 companies, I continued to get a chance to test and learn some of the things that I, thought or knew that I can do to help grow the corporation. And I've always approached it with the mindset of, is it what I'm doing? Does that work? And so I kind of had like a testing ground of being able to build, different companies. And then I branched out for a little bit and started consulting for other companies, helping them grow their businesses, come up with different strategies and things to just kind of, grow. So I've always kept a career roadmap, and I found myself at a point in my career 9 months ago, I should say almost a year, where I kind of looked around and I was like, what do I want to do next? We always say, what do we want to be when we grow up?
Yeah.
And I'm like, I've progressed the ranks and spent all this time investing in myself and doing things. And as I look around, I'm like, what do I want to do next? I enjoy solving problems. I enjoy helping people's vision come into reality. I help, that's what I enjoy doing. And so I said, you know what, maybe what I'll do instead of taking another promotion is go and look and help a startup. I come from the financial services industry. And so I was like, maybe what I'll do is help a startup business. You get a lot of professionals that trade their personal careers and their hefty salaries to branch off into something. And so they're looking for people that have that strategic vision and mindset on how to help grow their organizations. And I said, that's a great problem to solve. And when I finish, I can go on to the next thing and the next without being tied to a company. Mm-hmm. And so in the midst of doing that, God is so good. I bumped into a group of consultants and they're like, what are you doing here? You want this role or do you want to do what we're doing? And so it just really reminded me. And when I say God is so good, it really kind of put me back into that space of, what am I doing? You are a problem solver and that's what you enjoy doing. And so why put yourself in the box of just taking that next promotion? Step outside the box and step out on faith. Mm-hmm. And so that's what I did. And so I will say, that's the hardest part of being an entrepreneur is stepping out on faith. And I stepped out on faith and I just took that chance and I started contracting with other organizations, doing a lot of what it is that, I was doing beforehand in terms of building their strategies, their processes, doing technology transitions. But outside of doing that, I always say to people that, that's what I do because that's what I grew up in and that's what I'm comfortable with. But my passion is always with the small business owners. My passion is always with those people that, take that leap of faith and they start building something and they're in it and they need to know, how do I go from there? And so when I look at how do I phrase myself, right? Or what is it that I do? And I know you mentioned earlier, you said, I am not going to ask you a question that you don't know the answer to. And so, you do. But when people say, what do you do? I'm like, what do I do? How do you do it, right? And so I'm always constantly asking people, how do I, simplify what it is that I do? And my daughter said to me one time, she says, you know what? She said, I just tell people my mom's a compass. And she says, you're really good at just taking a problem or anything that someone had and help giving direction to them and getting them where it is that they need to be. And that's what I do for different businesses. And every time I run into a different business owner, it's how most people don't know that they have problems. So they don't know that they're trying to grow. They don't know, what it is that they need. And so for me, I'm really good at being able to hear what it is that people are visualizing and wanting to do and help take all of that corporate experience and that education and just that passion that I have and knowledge and just help them take that vision to like their reality, right? So being able to create a strategy that they can execute on and just, continue to build. So while I would love to say that I'm in a box in financial services industry, that's what I do for large corporations. But every time I meet local business owners or people that are, maybe 3-4 years into their business journey, I am able to help them in some shape, form, or fashion build their businesses. So that was a long way of saying I'm living my best life.
Okay. That is okay. That is okay. I love everything you're doing. Yes. All righty. So next, the amazing Amina Rashid.
Hello. How are you?
I'm well. Tell everybody about you, about all 1 million things that you do.
Oh my goodness. Where do we start? Well, basically the way that I sum it up is honestly, I show millennials how to build a large organization. I show them how to get the bag. I show them how to build their business the proper way, how to obtain business credit, and also how to get their personal credit where it needs to be. I got into this industry gosh, years ago. I'll just kind of take you back and walk you through my journey a little bit. I was a teen mom. I had my kids when I was really young. I had my first daughter when I was 15. She's 25 now. I had my second daughter when I was 17, dropped out of high school, GED educated, that whole thing. I was able to get a job in corporate America at Bank of America in their HR department.
The glory days. Keep going.
I was on the East Coast at that time in Charlotte, North Carolina, when I had that job. So they gave me a position here in LA where I'm located now. So, I was married at the time, and my then husband, we relocated out here. We had my two daughters and my son, who's on the autism spectrum. He was just an infant. We came out here, and I started working downtown LA in the Bank of America building. And that job was the world to me. It meant everything to me. I'm like, wow, I'm rubbing shoulders with like executives, the board members of the bank. I think Ken Lewis was the CEO of the bank at that time. And in 2000, that was 2007. And then, the bailout happened during that time. The bank started going belly up, and bad investments were made on the bank's part. And so I eventually lost my job in 2009. And I was like, oh my gosh, I was so devastated. I was like, okay, what do we do now? And I went for other job interviews, and I just could not get hired for jobs that were not even, on the same caliber as the job I had, the position I had at Bank of America. So at that point, I made it up in my mind, I'm going to be an entrepreneur. Now, at that point, I didn't know what I was going to do or how I was going to do it. But I ran into a lady who became my mentor, really good friend and mentor. And she said, you need to start a business. This was a few years later in 2012. And her name is Vanessa Braxton, and she's just phenomenal, just amazing. And she has a brand, Black Mama brand. She has vodka, all kinds of stuff. But she told me, you need to become a government contractor. And I said, okay. I mean, I think I was like probably 30, maybe, I don't think 30 yet. I was like, okay. So I just did it, and I listened. And she said, also, you need to go to school. So I went to school, got my degree in paralegal studies from a community college in AA. But what happened was, because I listened to her during my last year of getting that degree, I was able to land a contract with the Los Angeles Department of Water and Power. So this was a 6-figure contract, my first business, anything. So I'm like, oh my gosh. And, she helped me to walk me through that process, got my certifications, woman-owned, minority-owned, all of that stuff. And it was a good contract for a year. Now, after that contract ended, I went into the credit restoration business on my own because I understood law, because I had a paralegal studies background. And then at that point, I joined a network marketing company that handled credit restoration. During my tenure with that company, I had a very large organization. We were doing over $1 million in sales every month. Did very, very good.
Wow.
Did very good there. And then about a year ago, some hiccups happened with that particular company. So, I had to go. I didn't have a choice. Everybody had to go another way, but I think they were able to work some things out. But anyway, tried to hand in network marketing again. And so then I became a certified life coach. Now, when you become a certified life coach, I said, I have all of this experience. I've mentored so many people, coached them to 6 figures, 7 figures. I said, I really need to get some sort of certification behind this, because I've been doing it for years, but I need that stamp. So became a certified life coach through the International Coaching Federation. I should have my master coaching certification in the next few weeks.
Wow.
And just helping people to really understand business, understand marketing, understanding how to build and grow a large organization, helping them, to set up the proper structure, personal credit, but hey, let's get it out of personal credit, business credit. Let's get you a trust, put your things in a trust. Let's do so many other elements that it takes for you to actually to become successful in your business, but also financially in other areas as well. So, but honestly, at the end of the day, we're just out here having fun, helping other mamas and, young women and, inspiring and giving them hope.
I'm here for it. I'm here for it. So, ladies, we're just going to have a little chat about what we do, because we are in the coaching umbrella. All of us are in our own capacities. Mm-hmm. So, talk about so coaching. How long has Amina? How long for you?
Oh my goodness! Unofficial, like not certified coaching.
Yeah, you can say that. Yeah.
Okay, so like mentoring people, coaching since 2016.
Okay, Ty.
Although my business is 9 months old, my experience.
Oh yeah, we count experience, honey. Yeah.
It's 20-something years old, and I'll stop there because I want to stay looking young. No.
You look good.
I said she will always be 21.
Yes,
will always be 21. Now, I asked that question. Mine is, we're at a year, so we're still a baby, but my coaching program is more for experienced spa and beauty professionals to help them grow their businesses. It's called Savvy Salon Systems to help them grow their businesses, where it's things I wish someone would have told me 25 years ago when I got into the beauty industry. So I am giving that back to other stylists and spa professionals. So talk about a time where you had to pivot in your coaching business, because we've had the pandemic, we've had all kinds of things take place, and people hear the word coach, they don't think you don't really have no obstacles or any time that you had to pivot in your coaching business. Anybody can go.
Well, I can definitely tell you about one that literally just happened a year ago, and I'll just kind of touch on it because the reason why, with the first network marketing company that I actually had to pivot as a coach / mentor is because the company that I was with experienced some issues with the FTC, where the FTC shut them down temporarily. So when you have a large organization, I had thousands of people in my organization at that time, a lot of people were looking at you for answers like, what do you do next? What do we do? And so at that point, I said, okay, we're all entrepreneurs. So let's get our entrepreneur hats on, because at that point, all checks stopped. All checks literally stopped. Nobody was getting paid for months. And so I said, okay, we're all entrepreneurs. Get your entrepreneur hat on. Let's go. You all start writing ebooks. You all start, creating your own. And a lot of people went on to definitely have a lot of success. So that was a pivotal point for me. And just really, when you're coaching and mentoring a lot of people, making a decision that would positively impact not only you and your family, but also the thousands of people that are looking up to you. So, that right there was definitely a learning lesson for me. That last year I turned 40. My 40 year was very pivotal. It was a very pivotal year, for me. So I was like, okay, God, I see you. You coming out in here with a bang for this 40 right here. I see.
He said, let me put some lessons in your life real quick, real fast.
Right.
I love it. Ty?
I would say, well, first off, as any business owner, we live in a pivot, right? So I did just recently branch over into taking exactly what I did in corporate and, going right into a couple of contracts that was in that same line of work. Well, what I quickly learned was, one, you have to reinvent yourself. I am not just in the box of doing what it is that I've always done, and that there are people out there that have problems in business that they don't know about. And so it's learning I had to quickly learn that I don't just serve or do what I did before. I do all things, right? And so really it's just learning that I have to embrace every part of that, and just how do I rebrand myself so that you can better serve people. And I think that, that's the biggest part, because I love what Amina said, when it's like, things happen and we are forced, or we put in the box to, just look at how do we reinvent ourselves as entrepreneurs. I think the biggest thing is that the goal is to survive and thrive in your business, right? It's the reason why you did it. It was a passion behind it. And so how do you continuously walk through the reinvention stage of like, okay, what else do I do differently, right? And so for me, it was quickly learning that I don't have to just put myself and my skills in a box of what it is that I've always did. I can reinvent myself, rebrand myself, and figure out a way to broaden it to be able to help all of those that have a need, right? And so for me, I think that was the biggest thing. And then I found myself in a space too of continuously pulling on those talents and those gifts, of being able to help people that when you talk about hefty salaries and six figures, right? There's a lot of people that are looking to trade their six figures to go into business, right? And how do I take the things that I've learned in my trade and doing that and help them make that leap of faith as well too. So I would say that that's the biggest thing for me, is just kind of reinventing and rebranding myself as I'm along the journey in terms of the audience and who I serve.
Okay. Awesome. Why does someone need a coach?
It's so important to have a coach, because what a coach is going to do, but it's important to, and Ty, I can tell you are amazing. You know exactly what you're talking about, girl. 20 plus years of experience. It's important to have someone, with that type of experience, someone who has, gone through the things that you've gone through. Also with a coach, it's important that when you're selecting a coach, you want to select someone who has attained the things that you have attained, because people can only take you as far as they have gone personally.
Amen.
So it's important to have a coach to help you think through those difficult, business situations that, can say, okay, let's get your head in the game. You have some options. But what I've learned with being a certified life coaching is, you have different fields in life coaching, and I choose the corporate leadership development field and the financial field, but it's very different, because with life coaching, the client is the subject matter expert. So the client actually has to come up with all of the solutions. The client is the one. I can't, I do try to give them suggestions and things like that. But if I am in my, ICF certified life coaching actual role, the client has to come up with their own solutions. I do ask questions to help guide them. Yeah, it was different for me. I'm gonna tell you, because coming up and being a mentor and to thousands of people, doing so many speaking engagements and stuff like that, and in front of large audiences, you're giving the advice. But when you're doing life coaching, you can't exactly give the advice. But when I do coach people, I do, if they want it, I do give them the advice. But the goal is to teach them how to fish. And then when you are a coach, you are as good as your last student.
I love that. Yes. That's an interesting perspective, though, of letting them come up with the solution. Interesting. I know for my line of work, it's more of having that accountability, being that accountability for what I do. Beauty school didn't teach you the business. Beauty school taught you just enough. It was a small section in the book about business and professional ethics and things like that. But the rest, you really learned on your own. And so that's where I come in, where I'm teaching you that business piece and holding you accountable as the client, because you can hear me talk all day, but there has to be some action there. And so I feel that's where I come in as far as a coach, and why. And I think that's on any level, any field, any level, not just for beauty and spa, but just in general. You're going to need that sense of accountability to go to the next level. Otherwise, you're going to be still talking the same stuff for years. Man, it's just not happening. You have that person that can come in and be that, not only that positive reinforcement, but that person that kind of give you a little tough love, little nudge a little bit. Just you're right. Ty, what about you, babes?
I love that, because it reminds me, a couple of days ago, I was doing an interview and someone said to me, what is the advice that you would give to someone that is going into business?
Mhm.
And I said, number one, believe in yourself, right? So we own that 100%, right? Believe in why you started, so the same excitement that you had at the inception of that vision and that fire and passion you had, believe in yourself. The second thing, shameless plug, hire a consultant.
Yes.
People are experts at what it is that they do, but they don't understand business. They don't understand what it takes to continue to, survive and grow their business. And why did they go into business to begin with? They wanted to create a legacy. They wanted to create some form of financial freedom for themselves. You had a strong why. Don't get so, or stay humble in the process, right? And so when I say that is don't be afraid to reach out and ask for help. You don't know what structure you need. You don't know what taxes. You don't know what strategy looks like. You don't understand the ins and outs of all of these things. You understand what you have to offer. And so connecting with the consultant, the right one, because I think Amina said it, right? And Robbin, even when you talk about, hey, I'm a salon coach, right? People need that. They have the idea and they have the talent, but they don't know what they need to be able to continuously run a business. And so for me, I think at 1,000-foot level, because I'm used to running Fortune 100 companies, right? And so now it's like, I can take that large mindset and teach you at a smaller level how to one person, a solopreneur, look like you're running an empire and it's just you. And that's in your process. That's the technology you use. It's all of those types of things, right? Knowing when to hire, right? Because some people are I want to keep all the money, right? And it's like, sometimes it's like, you value your rest, right?
Nail that thing and you got to delegate.
How do you make the smart trade-offs, right? What are the smart trade-offs? What is a profitable margin, right? What are those things? And so hire someone. You have the vision, you have the talent, but you need someone that teaches you how to scale and most importantly, how to survive, because this is your story, right? This is what it is that you get a chance to pass on to generations to come or be a light to them for the things that you have accomplished. And then the last thing that I say is keep going, right? Because we only become successful when we keep putting one foot in front of the other. I love when I hear that saying where it's like a journey of 1,000 steps starts with journey of 1,000 miles starts with one step. You have to keep putting that one foot in front of the other, right? And that's where your other coaches come in, right? Get somebody that's going to remind you to believe in yourself, right? But also find yourself a consultant that is skilled in the things that you need so that you can continue to write your story and bring your vision to pass. So that's what I'll say.
I love that. And I am very big on professional development. And so coaching, having a coach that all ties in together with professional development. How do you ladies continue your professional development? Because you're already pouring into other people in your realm. How do you continue your professional development? Because things constantly change.
Mm-hmm. Well, for myself personally, it's always about making sure that you're a part of some sort of think tank or some sort of mastermind. You have to be around. You have to be within that. It's I will invest my last dime into myself and into my personal development. That is so key and it's huge. The next thing too is, for me personally, with me being with the ICF, International Coaching Federation, you can get accredited, you can get certified. That's the first level, master certification, then accredited, and you can go beyond that. But once you get accredited, now the government actually recognizes you as you can come in and do government contracts. You come in and do speaking engagements for the government at that point. So it's always about continuing and just networking and always being a part of some sort of mastermind with other people who are in the industry you're in and just continuously growing.
Yes, love that.
I agree 100%. Staying connected to those that are in your industry. So for me, it's conferences. I actually belong to several different groups of consultants because just stand up on industry standards in terms of
Yes.
yep. And so that is the biggest thing. And I always say leaders are readers, right? I am a reader and a lifelong learner. There is no subject that I'm not curious about. So aside from doing the things that, helps me stay abreast of my industry, I'm always looking at ways to read and learn additional things as well too. So I'm a big proponent of staying connected to those things and having mentors yourself too. That it's always great. You guys both said it, having someone who has gone where you've gone, right? And so I think that that's really important too. And so that's what I do.
That extra pair of eyes, I'll tell anybody. The coach has a coach, and it's okay to have one. And I can, throw things at her, and she could be like, okay, Robbin, niche that down some, honey. That's a little much. Or she could say, yes, that's great. Do it. Yes, I can see that being very lucrative. It could be, either way. But it's always good for the coach to have a coach. I'm all here for it. Ladies, tell everyone how you can be reached if they want to schedule a call with you for your services, so on and so forth. Go.
Absolutely. So they can reach me at my Instagram, Amina29, AMEENAH29, or you can go to 100 Millie, MILLI credit.com, and you can schedule a session there.
Same way, you can go to my Instagram at WTV Consulting. Send me an inbox message or follow me to stay up to date for additional things that'll be coming soon. Or you can also go to my website, WTVconsulting.com, and you can book a free assessment there just so we can get that conversation started and see what ways I'm able to help.
Amazing. Thank you, ladies, so much for being a part of tonight's show. For the Coaches Corner, that used to be a club here in Dallas, and I just said, let me just keep that name going. Anyway, keep it going for the coaches. Thank you all so much for tuning in tonight for another amazing episode of the Mamapreneur Podcast, episode 48. Make sure you are following the Mamapreneur Podcast on Facebook, IG, TikTok, almost forgot, YouTube. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Make sure you're following the Power Team platform. We have some amazing shows in our lineup, so make sure you are staying tuned to see those shows and when they will premiere. Thank you to the Power Team CEO, Kesha Kesh, as my CEO and engineer in the background. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I'll be back in 2 weeks with some more fabulous entrepreneurs. You guys have a blessed night.
Awesome.